It's the afternoon of June 19. Frankie and I have completed doing the sanding and watering of the polymeric sand for the rest of the railway. The only piece of paving that still remains to be done is the piece right in front of the garage. And the reason for that is I still need to get in and out with the Bobcat, and in order to be pivoting, it puts quite a bit of I guess black marks on the pavers, which of course can be pressure washed out, but since I'm still gonna have to be doing this for, I don't know, a few more weeks yet, I thought maybe I should wait and do the paver work, the final paver work at that point. But the pavilion has been completely sanded and installed. So I can see that I didn't put the drain back in, but that's okay. Correction, I still have to do the sand work inside of the slots, but for the most part, in 2 days, I should be able to drive on it with the Bobcat. I need to get to the backyard and move some stone around. All the stone that we have is behind this plywood, and I guess I can just run around. Got a couple pallets of stone here, raw stone, and then 3 pallets of finished stone, and 2 more pallets of, well, raw stone and some cut down stone. That's all gonna be used for the stair and the area below, meaning the wing patio. So these pieces of material will be wrapped in stone. The pilasters definitely will be wrapped, and we've already seen this before. Tomorrow I expect to take this formwork out and start thinking about how we're gonna get up and down, how the stone guys are gonna get up and down, and how we're going to move this this 240 volt, 3 to 5 horsepower saw downstairs so they can get started working down below. And at the same time, Jesse and his crew will be working on the landing. We got to put some base rock in here, over here, and he needs to start working on doing the layout for all 3 sets of steps. It's nice to see. Well, why don't I just run over to the railway? I hosed off. I realize water is really expensive right now, but I did hose off some of the black pavers just to get an idea of how they're gonna look. Now, these pavers, actually none of these pavers have been acid washed yet. Once they get acid washed, they'll have a much darker look to them. But transition to driveway is right here in the pavilion. And it's a nice clean grade all the way to the driveway, and it's the same grade from here into the house. Now this from here up to this piece right here, there's a 7-inch grade. It's almost hard to see, but there is, I assure you. And the reason I did this, I want to make it wheelchair safe / ready. So who knows what's ever going to happen in one's life. So I thought it might be a good thing to make sure that at least the main floor in our home is wheelchair ready. So at the moment, there's a little bit of a hiccup right on this side. This opening that is right here, that will be the true opening. On the back side, right behind it, 2 feet behind, is still the temporary wall that we had in place when we did when we started this phase of construction. So if we really did want to take a wheelchair, we could go right around the corner here. Aside from the 1.5 inch threshold right here, up and down this little bump, that's it. That's all we have. So even though we're on a hill, we do have good access, and that's the breezeway. That's it for today.